Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. On first down, it's Haskins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Anzalone coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Washington on third down. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Oh, twisting away. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now second and 11 from the 32.
32-yard line.
Haskins back to the air. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On second down, Peterson. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal.
They'll try the option on first and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Alex Anzalone picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
At the 4-yard line.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And Washington has retaken the lead.
Conversion.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Short kick, one of the up middles. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Washington.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. An incredibly short. Now a hit and a loose football. Look at him go inside the 30. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Throwing is Allen on third. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. He can run for it, and he will. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple. Second and goal from inside the 5.
At the Saints, 4 yards.
Haskins will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Dwayne Haskins hook it up with Terry McLaurin. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And his throw. Here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Breeze on third down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 veterans, Breeze to Sanders there for a Saints first down. Here's Breeze to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. But this first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Breeze. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Breeze. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question to this.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. They'll throw over the middle. Taken in, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. His big game continues. Already has a 3-touchdown. Adrian Peterson, touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, 48 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So now Washington will again go for 2.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. An incredibly short. Now a hit and a loose football. He's past the 30.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate.
He will score.
Antonio Gandy Golden.
So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. An incredibly short. Now a hit and a loose football.
A fumble on the play, recovered by Washington.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Oh, that was dangerous.
Intended for Jeremy.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
A final shot before half for Allen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
49, Saints 7.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And the turnover last time That's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On second down, Kamara. And he loses the football a second time. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Kamara, the ball carrier. A fumble on the play.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
That's good.
Big yardage that time for Washington. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's on the pickup.
Now it's Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And it's 3rd down. Haskins going to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Saints will have the football back. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
On the carry for New Orleans.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And down he'll go at the 25. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. He's got daylight. 20, 10, 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it with command. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
1st and 10.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Intended for
quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage able to knock that one away.
Third quarter action, and we appreciate... Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times...
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
That's good for a Washington. They'll take over first down.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that is caught. The back judge right there to say incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be second and goal. They go play action with Haskins, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Dwayne Haskins hooking up with Terry McLaurin. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. It's a gain of 35.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still a ways from... from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal. From the gun, it's Breeze. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Breeze able to hook up with Jared Cook. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get it.
And it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Cody Latimer, 48 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for Washington. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is now a hit and a loose football. Still going past the 30. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll bring it back all the way.
Washington.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
No good on the fake extra point.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
An incredible now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
On the play, recovered by Washington.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he heard all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet,
and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown from 13 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one. Now, once again, Washington going to break the huddle and go for two. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now Breeze finding Kamara. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did.
And a loose football. And does Washington have it? They do.
Breeze pass complete. A fumble on the play.
And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
At the 20-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Now Haskins to throw it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Haskins decided, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
They had to go to and now they're going to fake it. That is caught inside the 5. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
56, Mike, 56.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Breeze pass complete to Emmanuel Sanders. Fumble on the play.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about, getting the football. And
now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
56 to Mike.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Saints trot onto the field behind the veteran right arm of Drew Brees, a former Purdue Boilermaker who entered the league back in 2001. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Total relentlessness of consistency. Almost like a machine. If you watch him in practice after every throw, he resets his feet, visualizes all the other options on a play. So if he has to do it in a game, it's already there, has the muscle memory. I started calling him AI for artificial intelligence. Whatever defense does during a game, he absorbs it and then uses it against them as the game moves on.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 37 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes Washington here offensively, and their man under center, Dwayne Haskins, the number 15 pick out of Ohio State in 2019.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Haskins, not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Dancing to his left. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
It'll buy some time right. his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
47's the mic. Here we go.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that. They got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
You keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works.